Hamish's fraud story of the week.
We got the fraud segment of the week. I'll have to try and make an effort to find more of these, because whenever I do come across them, they're always so funny, because they're always so different, and they always have their own unique, just ridiculousness inside of them. So this one,
I think you also just tell the stories well. Like, I don't know, delivery is definitely something as well. You always crack me up with these stories. I think, I don't know, just like you reading it, just being like, how bonkers is this?
Yeah.
I don't know. It always cracks me up.
I just find it ridiculous. But this one's called Pillow Talk Securities Fraud. So this week, Tyler Loudon pled guilty to insider trading after engaging in what's called Pillow Talk Securities Fraud.
Oh.
So what happened? Tyler's wife was an executive at BP, of course, England's massive oil and gas giant. And I'm going to refer to the executive as his wife in this, just because her name was redacted from all the articles. So that's why I'm not using her name. So I'm just going to say his wife. That's what all of the articles kind of said. But so Tyler is, of course, the person who engaged in insider trading, and his wife, since COVID, had been spending a lot of time working remotely, working from home. And one day, Tyler was, I don't know, maybe he was in the kitchen, he was cleaning the bench or something, and he heard his wife, discussing a very large acquisition. So she's probably, working away on the laptop, and I don't know what he's doing. He's folding laundry or something, and his ears prick up. And
what's that?
Yeah, so he overheard his wife talking about a $1.3 billion acquisition of convenience stores and restaurant properties from the company Travel Centers of America. So this was going to be a cash deal to buy about 280 stores, that basically these kind of petrol station stores on the side of a highway kind of thing, which would essentially be a massive deal for BP expanding its fuel and electric vehicle charging stations, these petrol stations and these electric vehicles charging stations. Yeah, so his ears pricked up, and he thought, hang on a second. This isn't public information yet.
I can make some money.
Maybe I could do something here. So, of course, the deal at the time was not public information. And the kicker is that the bid price from BP that he overheard from his wife was an 84% premium to the current stock price of whatever the company's name was, Travel Centers of America. So essentially, when the deal was eventually announced, it was probably going to make the stock go up almost 100%. Which, it's one thing to have, public information.
That's a big premium.
Yeah, it's one thing to know something that hasn't, become public yet. It's another thing to know something that's going to make the stock move almost 100%, which is crazy.
For context, I think the average premium for mergers and acquisitions, the average premium is about 30%. So they have to pay up around about 30% to take full control. So 84% is a big premium.
Yeah.
Wowee.
Yep. So,
but yeah, if he could buy into the company that was going to get taken over, he could make it 84%.
He could.
Wow.
But that would be illegal. That would be a crime.
Shh. No one has to know, Hamish.
Yeah, so,
nobody has to know.
So Tyler, he put the laundry down. He ran to the bedroom, pulled out his Robinhood account. No, I don't. And, we don't know how he did this, but he eventually bought 46,000 shares of Travel Center stock, a total value of $2.5 million. So this wasn't...
Wow, he sunk $2.5 million.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, this isn't some small, like side, investment that he's made. Yeah. He's put a lot of money into the company. Of course, the deal was then publicly announced, and the stock rose about 70%, making Tyler $1.75 million.
Wow.
So, nice tidy profit.
That's the thing. Sometimes I think about this, not that I'd ever do it, but like insider trading, it would be so easy to get away with, but people just blow it because they get too greedy. Yeah. Like, no, for the record,
Acid just entered the just joined the
No,
podcast.
Yeah, Acid just like,
What did you say?
hello, bro. Yeah, just say that again. No. I'm just saying that like because we read so many of these stories, right?
Yeah.
And like there was a case where two guys were working together at the Australian Bureau of Statistics, and they were trading futures and with inside information on what Australian inflation was going to be when before it was announced. But like all these people, they get too greedy. They just make these massive bets because they do want to cash it. They want to make like, $2 million, but it's so obvious.
Yeah,
like
it's ridiculous.
It's so, like this, like the executive's husband just made $2 million by betting on the company that the executive works for. That company, that BP was going to take. It's so obvious.
And she's obviously on the team that's working around the acquisition because she's discussing
talking about the acquisition.
So not only does
she's talking about it on the phone.
She doesn't just work at the company; she's managing the deal.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like you just need to be a bit more. Like I just watched Better Call Saul. You need to be a little bit more like Mike from Better Call Saul,
be a bit savvy,
right?
okay?
You need to be more suave. You need to be more under the radar. Don't be like Walter White. You need to be like Saul. What is his name? Mike Ehrmantraut.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, well, he actually kind of got away with it for a little while.
Did he really?
Week went by, another week went by, nothing had happened. About a month after the deal, he actually confessed to his wife that he'd eavesdropped on her, and committed securities fraud. He basically told her that he wanted to make enough money so she didn't have to work long hours anymore. Which, I mean, if you're dropping 2.5,
noble gentleman.
If you're dropping 2.5 million on insider trading and your wife's a BP exec, I don't know if money's a big problem, but maybe I'm crazy.
True.
So the SEC didn't even know about this. But he confessed to his wife. She moved out of the house and filed for divorce and then reported her husband to her boss and the SEC. So he got caught basically because he told his wife, and fair enough, his wife was like, you just committed a massive crime, then divorced him and dobbed him in, which is hilarious.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
So Tyler was then, of course, charged with insider trading from the SEC. He also pled guilty to criminal charges from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Texas. He faces up to 5 years in prison and $250,000 in fines, which is pretty crazy. And Tyler's wife, the BP exec, despite reporting her own husband for insider trading as soon as she claimed to have found out, she was eventually fired, despite internal and external investigations finding that there was no evidence that she knowingly leaked the acquisition.
Brutal.
Which is, I guess you'll never know, right? I mean, this is the investigation found that he eavesdropped and did it.
Yeah.
It could very well be the case that they conspired on it. That's why it's kind of called pillow talk. Securities fraud. It's a husband and a wife. One of them has private information who's just telling the other person, and then they trade on it. So you never really know. Of course, no one's in their house. No one knows if she participated in it.
But you don't quite know the full story.
But yeah, no one won in this story. She got fired. He's facing prison, and that's it. Well, BP won. They got their acquisition.
And a long story short, that's my way of telling you all that BP has acquired, what was it called? Travelers Centers.
So the moral of the story is if you commit insider trading, don't tell your wife.
just do it and keep it on the down.
Exactly. Yeah.